Hello Pisces, and welcome to your April 2022 reading. So, I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. The first card that came out is Knight of Cups, Three of Wands. Well, right away the Knight of Cups, it's that beautiful movement of the heart with a cup. So it's either we are actually receiving it or we're offering it. But here with the Three of Wands, this is like what we're seeing coming towards us. Okay? So it's that state of being. Maybe you are expecting this or you're working for it, but there, Pisces, it's right there. And then I have the Temperance that came out. So we're talking about divine timing here. And here we have Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Look at that fire. So entering the month of April, and of course it's the new moon in Aries. It's ruled by Mars. It's all that fire and that energy. Ace of fire, Knight of fire. And it's almost like if it's the brewing of your emotions, brewing of your water vibration here, Pisces, that makes it that this month is a month where this fire, this I'm going for this, is going to be available. And then I have the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups, this is when we realize that in order to get that new cup, we need to empty out what wouldn't fit with it in our vibration. So, if I hold on to all of my old wounds and past experiences that weren't so great and so on, my cup is full of stuff. There's no place for the new. So I'll have to release so that I can go for that. That guy goes for that Ace of Cups. That's his decision. That's why he's going to be able to get it. Under your Knight of Cups, we have the Queen of Cups. So that's your feminine side. The feminine side, that is the part where she looks at how she feels. Of course, that's her intuition is there, her creativity, everything that is generative. And how much love you can allow into your life. How big is your cup? It's ruled by the Queen of Cups, by your feminine side, Pisces. And under that, I have an Ace of Swords. So there's a great understanding when it comes to maybe how love can come into your life. Or even if you're with somebody, like a higher quality of it or something like that. When it comes to the connections, it doesn't have to be romantic love. It can be the love between you and your child and your sister and your parent and a friend and a neighbor and so on. And directly linked here to the Queen of Pentacles, which is the part of you that is all about security, commitment, knowing she's enough, knowing she has enough, knowing she'll be supported, that she can create and do whatever she wants. That's the Queen of Pentacles. So there's kind of a clarity. And for her, it's normal that people are engaged to her. Okay? She's with the King of Pentacles, the one that is committed. That's kind of an understanding that comes with this. And under Temperance, that is going to allow all that fire and that passion to rise up in you this month. We have three major arcanas. We have Judgment, the Pope, and the Moon. So right away, with that Temperance right over. The Moon, that means it's all, it's very linked to this. You're going to go inside this month. A lot of old stuff are going to rise to the surface. with that new passion thing happening. And you're gonna have to use your discernment here, okay? So you might have this new thing coming in that is very passionate, but in order for you to absorb it, you'll need to make a decision about your old baggage, because if not, you will be juggling. So you will be like this, okay? Like, yes, I am embarking into this new passion, but at the same time, maybe I'm holding on to old stuff. The old wounded parts of me are coming up. Either I shove them back down, or I actually address them so that I can be released, so I can be aligned with that new love, commitment, valuable thing that will come into my life. Under the 8 of Cups, we have the 4 of Cups. And so this is a bit your decision here. This here, he looks at his baggage and he thinks that's all there is. That Ace of Cups does not exist. I will never get that coming in my boats. And the other one is like, no, it exists somewhere, and I will use my willpower to go and get it. And so that's why ultimately here under that, I have the 2 of Swords. Either I move on from my old wounds and I reach back a state of peace within myself, or I keep my swords of my past wounds and disappointments in my heart all the time. And when it comes to the heart wanting to open up, those swords will clamp everything back down. That's the decision you need to take this month. But you have one heck of a clarity coming in. So I think you'll be conscious of this, and major arcanas will come and have an effect in your life during the month, so that ultimately you can make this decision, so that you can open yourself to receiving much more than what you have received until now. So, okay, Pisces, let's clarify this for you. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Pisces for the month of April 2022. Okay, show me the Knight of Cups and the 3 of Wands. All right. We have the 8 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. That's why that Ace of Swords is there. I think you're really understanding what was your dynamic in love, in relationships. And you're hitting the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords, this is when we kind of realize the price we've paid for allowing certain beliefs, certain deductions, certain ways of thinking that were more detrimental to us, and in this case love, than helping. And the 10 of Swords, this is when we really are conscious of the price we've paid. So we cannot make moves that will actually bring us closer to a Knight of Cups coming towards us if we're in the 3 of Swords, if we carry all of our pains with us. So here, following our passion, our will about it, our fire, let's show me the, okay, Temperance is actually here, is the devil is actually trying to clear that, and in a way, you see, so that you can have that Ace of Wands with that Knight of Wands and Knight of Pentacle. Well, you need to release your old baggage. 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands. For your waters to be full. The beliefs that went with the wounds have to finish, and everything you've been carrying about it have to finish. If you want here your Knight of Pentacle to bring you towards happiness, emotional fulfillment, in that state of being, not in a this is not pleasant. This is limitative, karmic. It's a survival mode when it comes to how we feel emotionally, how much we can have love and communion and things like that in our lives. Because he's kind of repeating that message. All you've had is all there is. There's nothing more than that. That little cup in the cloud does not exist. So how can you receive it if it doesn't exist in your mind? Let's look at that Eight of Cups. So that's why the move you're gonna make, take that wand, that fire, and actually guide you. See, he has a wand in his hand. Guide you towards that Ace of Cup. It's gonna take strength, because you're gonna need to rise above your programming, because when it's associated to water, love, and all of this, there's more anxiety attached to it. So there's gonna need to release all of this and rise above it in your higher self, and make that decision at the end of the month of I'm gonna go for that cup. That cup exists. I deserve it. I shouldn't say the word deserve it, because everybody deserves it. As soon as you exist, you deserve it. It's just that state of being where you can allow it within yourself, not from somebody else, but within yourself, feeling like this. Then when it comes to sharing it with others, it's going to be of that quality. Okay, let's look at your Queen of Cups here. Magician, Three of Cups. But Three of Cups in the air. The joy, allowing joy. These are the three graces. Joy, peace, serenity within yourself, in order to be able to manifest maybe the relationship you want, or the connection you want. Let's look at that Ace of Swords, because there is something you're understanding here. And it's going to be for your emotional health. Let's call it like that. Ace of Swords, Two of Cups, Queen of Pentacle, Ace of Swords, Four of Wands. Look at that. The Four of Wands is all like, that's that fire where, you know what? Nobody's out to get me. The people that I have around me, they love me. I can feel it. My wands are all upright with a canopy of flowers and people cheering. This is for your emotional joy, health, groundness. So that when you want to manifest, you have a cup that is upright. And what you understood here that make you realize the price you've paid, that was your new sword. The magician has the 4 elements on the table. And here, this month, you're gonna get that new wand. Because you cannot manifest carrying a whole bunch of wands on your shoulders here. It's too heavy. It's gonna break your back. So you're getting a new wand. And so this is very beautiful, and that's probably why you have these three big major arcanas here to restore your cup. So the moon, the Pope, and judgment. This is shadow work at its best. Yeah. Bringing out all of the parts that are associated with anxiety, with sleepless nights, with, you know, our mental demons when it comes to us reaching happiness and fulfillment. And here I have the Five of Swords. This is when we're really harsh on ourselves. The swords are really detrimental in a sense where we have an inner conversation with ourselves that is, you know, making us feel like that. Five of Swords. We can outwit ourselves in a negative way, bringing anxiety and all of that. So all these parts of you that do that are going to come up this month. They're going to come up. They're going to be coming up to be, to evolve here, to be reassessed, refiled on a higher vibration. You're going to pull a judgment on that, and you're going to use your discernment, your spiritual knowledge to address it. Two of Pentacles, yeah. So that, see, instead of juggling, you will, because when we juggle, look at the emotions up and down. If your emotions are going like this, it's because you're still holding on to, you know, water that should be left behind. That is not serving you. So that you can rise. So if you're oscillating between I am sad, I am up, what is in my cup? Eight of Cups is your solution. I'm going to leave all of that behind so I can go for that Ace of Cups, because now I know it exists. My higher self is telling me that it exists. I had like the judgment during the month, that quest in the moon, plunging directly yourself inside of you so that your fire is actually helping you to do that quest and ultimately make that decision here. So that Four of Cups, of course it's him. He come back again with the Seven of Wands. So when we think that what we can experience emotionally is like only these three cups that I've known until now, and when you look at his face, it wasn't so great. Let's say that we're talking about relationships, but it can be about anything. Do I want another relationship if that was the result? No, there's a big parts of me that will not want to, and therefore I will resist, and I will be on my defensive. I can become even susceptible. Okay, like, no, you're not coming close. If, oh yeah, relationship, I've got anxiety because all they try to do is bring me down the hill here, and I will not stand for that. So that's why at one point I'm going to have to release those swords that are in my heart, that are constantly hurting me and preventing me from having a light, joyful connection with somebody. I'm going to have to turn the page and let go of all that water that proves me right. And when I believe him, that that's all that exists for me, that's when I'm miserable. And that's why I would remain in the same mental prison, or There you go. Or death. I let it die. At the end of a quest of the moon, once I've allowed these deep parts of me to evolve, once I pass these two pillars, you know, and I made that road, and I chose to listen to the tamed higher part of me instead of reacting, I will arrive. If you look in the background of the death card, there's two pillars also. Two pillars here. They are there in the background. I will arrive. That road leads me to death, leads me to transformation of my new identity at the end here. A new identity which I will be able to get my Ace of Wands and have faith in it. Have faith in people, because my relationships will be balanced. That's justice. That's Libra, that rules the 7th house of relationships, engagements, contracts. As soon as we are with somebody else, it's supposed to be the house of balance. But when we harbor so many wounds within ourselves and it has become our reality, then it's more like the house of hidden enemies, because they are going to show us that, like a seesaw. It needs to be balanced. And here I have the Queen of Pentacles again. So as soon as it came to commitment, to being supported, to being able to rely on the other, to trust the other, these are all what made her more reverse than upright within yourself. And you're going to set that record straight. You're going to change that by allowing yourself to transform, by allowing yourself to let go of all that water and the beliefs that came with it, so that you can become in peace with connecting with others and what it means, so that you can have another definition of it, so that it can be 4 of Wands and 3 of Cups. Light, joyful, passionate, so that it can start coming towards you. So on this, my beautiful Pisces, I'm sending you all my love and light. But what a beautiful shift this month. I'm going to call it like that. A big shift within yourself. And of course, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, and please subscribe to help grow the channel. If you want a private reading, the description is below. There's an email. You write to me, I write to you back. Thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think, of course. And on the new moons, that's when I do a ceremony to give you back. And this month it's on the 1st of April. New moon in Aries. That's why that new fire, that you're going to feel that energy, something's got to give, something's got to happen. But that something's got to give, it is that release that's got to happen. And then beautiful things, beautiful, balanced, light relationships will come towards you. On this, all my love and light, Pisces. And I'll see you next month. Namaste.